Okay, we're back. We're back. Ready to go? Okay. All the creepers. Must be a shit ton of gunpowder in here now. Sweet! This farm is working amazingly better than I thought it would. I'm glad. Cool. Let's go. We just need to dig into a desert. So we'll start here and dig down here. And if we don't find one here, we will perhaps go somewhere else. I'm going to turn down the brightness on my TV for a second. This is so bright I look like a fucking ghost. Okay. Should probably have a water bucket equipped here. I wonder at what level they spawn. I should look that up. Because there must be like a certain level. Although maybe they just go anywhere. 40 to 49. Okay, so we gotta go down a little bit more. So we'll say go 45. I should probably be using my fortune. Hey. I don't think I've honestly found an actual fossil in Minecraft before, so if I do this, this will not only be a first thing for this world, but will be a first just in general. I've never found one. From what I've read, going to a desert or swamp biome are the best places to find it. Because that's the only place they spawn. So I don't even know, like, what a good method of even looking for them is. I'm just kind of digging, and hopefully I'll stumble upon one. Probably not, but we'll see though, I guess, hey. So basically we're looking for bone blocks. It can be. It depends on what one you find. You can find like a rib cage, or you can find skulls. They're bigger than your player character, so they're fairly big, yeah. Think of it like big dragon bones, basically. You can find giant fossils. I don't want to mine it. I just want it because I want to do like something that a lot of people do, which is like they make like an excavation site where they dig like a giant hole where it's two, and they have like cranes and stuff like you were excavating it. And I thought that'd be kind of cool thing to add to the world. So maybe we could, if we could find one. They spawn between 40 and 49 level, and we're on 45 because I figured we might as well just start in the middle because I guess we'd see the top of it if it was here. But like, there's so much desert area in my world that I don't even know where to look. I don't think that it shows up on those online map things. Did you listen to any of the new songs added to the playlist? If you didn't, I mean, it's okay. I don't really care that much. I'm just curious. Nope. Well, we're back to the ocean now, so there's probably nothing here. Unless we dig over this way more. But I highly doubt. We could dig down right here, maybe, and see if we can see anything. It's a very elusive thing. I've never found one, and I've seen plenty of people have them and shit, and I really want to find one because it'd be like really cool. I've never done that before, you know? I highly doubt that it's here. I feel like we need to go maybe like let me go up here. Like there's so much desert area to cover. That's the problem. So I'm kind of just going into the middle of all these areas and just digging straight down. Those are good though. So good. I can't really call that band underrated. But in the grand scheme of bands, they are kind of underrated in my opinion. I think a lot of newer indie type bands are very underrated. It's a random cave. If we could find a cave, we might actually find it sticking out of a cave. That's another thing. So let's just check this out. I mean, realistically, I could build one out of bone. I have enough materials to do that. I don't want to, you know? One because I know what they sound like. This is literally the cave we were just in. Very nice. Oh, hello there. Oh, I thought that was one of them for a second. I almost fucking lost my shit. I was like, what? You can find them around coal and stuff because obviously it's trying to do like the real life thing of like bones turning to like a coal or like a stone. So that's kind of cool. Might as well mine while we're doing this too, hey? Bro, why would I want to pick up granite of all the fucking things? See, we're too high now. Oh shit. It's a fucking child. It's a child. Oh god, a child. No! I don't want to get filled. Maybe wearing this hoodie is a curse. Okay, well, there's like an opening here. Interesting. Oh fuck. I am afraid of you, creeper. I like how I just leave gunpowder now because I don't need it anymore. Lots of fucking iron down here, though. Hey. I'd like to find it just looking through a cave because I feel like that would be the best bet, obviously, because I don't want to have to go fucking digging everywhere. Hey. That lag, though. And we're back to the ocean. I guess we can just start. We started digging here, right? I don't want no andesite. I don't want diorite. I don't want dirt. I don't want dirt. Bruh. Okay. Maybe what I should be doing is going in caves. But, I don't know. I feel like this very open desert area here might be a good bet. There's a cave right here we could enter. There's no way in from there. You know what? Fuck it. We're digging down here. I got weird feeling. Remember, kids, don't do what I do. Okay. Put that there so we can see if we have to come back this way. Anyway, the reason I asked about the playlist is I've been on such a huge Oingo Boingo kick lately. They're honestly one of my favorite bands, like, in terms of, like, new wave and, like, music from that era. I think they're probably one of the best. And I feel that they are extremely underrated because they weren't at the time because they had a lot of, like, movies and stuff that they did music for. But, like, nowadays, you don't hear anybody talk about them. And if you bring it up, people are like, oh, who's that? Like, and then I gotta go on this rant explaining, like, about the band and, like, members and stuff and, like, who was in what and what they do now as a comparison. And it's, like, weird. It just kind of sucks that they're kind of forgotten about besides, like, a few songs. Always bothers me. That's what I mean when I say an underrated band. I'm usually talking about stuff like that. Like, if anybody knows anything about this band, it's usually they know Dead Man's Party, which is fine because it's an amazing song, or Weird Science, and that's it. And it's like, man, they have so many good songs. They have multiple amazing albums that I feel like a lot of people forget. And the singer of the band tends to nowadays look back on the band as cringe, almost like he's not as proud of it. I don't know. He never directly says anything like that, but the way that he talks about the band sometimes, that's what it sounds like. And it's like kind of weird, you know? So yeah, I added a bunch of stuff to the playlist that's basically that band. That's why I was saying about it. Yeah. Like I sent you the live thing. Um they're just so underrated. Yeah, exactly. They're that era of bands really. and they're very underrated nowadays. Or very, what's the word? Like forgotten about? I found one. I found one. Bruh. Bruh. We found one. Okay, we gotta mine all this shit away first. Anyways, as I was saying, um, yeah, it's like a weird thing where like they're really forgotten about, and I think it's because the singer's legacy after the band overshadows it in a different way. Not really overshadowing it, but it's kind of overshadowed, and it bothers me in that way because it's like, I don't know. And because he, I guess, doesn't really care for it anymore because he's past that part of his life, it's kind of like, I always hate it when bands are like that, when they don't embrace their past and they just go, oh, well, I was like a stupid kid and I didn't know what I was talking about. And it's like, but I was like, fuck off. Like, everybody's like that at one point, but like, don't discredit your younger self for writing amazing music. Because I think it was like an interview with him a few years ago where like they asked him would they remaster the old albums from this band, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know why I would because the original master sounds good and nobody's really asked me about it, and I don't really think it's necessary." And it's like, I don't know. I think a lot of music from the '80s could do with a good remastering, honestly. This looks like a rib cage we got here, hey? It's pretty cool. Maybe we'll take one of the bones, put in the museum, and then the rest of them we'll just leave, yeah? See how like some of the bones are turned to coal? I like that. That's a cool. These have been in the game for so fucking long, and yet I've this is the first time I've ever seen one. Like I've seen them in the Nether because they're really easy to find in the Nether, but it's so cool though, hey? So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, they're like an extremely underrated band, and they're very sad to me because so much good music, and they did so much music for movies that a lot of people probably don't even recognize. Like they have a song in Ghostbusters 2 that's very memorable to me because I think besides Weird Science is probably the first place that I ever heard their music. Even Weird Science, really, because I didn't see that till I was older. You know? This is a big one, too. Now, I want to dig straight up to the surface from here, too. In like a square around it. Like we dug down to this almost, not like we found it in a cave. But yeah, I don't know. I listen to their music a lot when I'm chilling or if I'm doing art and stuff, like graphic design stuff, because I find it really really good background music, good tone. They're very dark, and if I'm gonna go into it, the thing that's the coolest about them, which is what overshadows them, is that their singer slash rhythm guitarist occasionally um was Danny Elfman. Do you know who, do you know that name? You definitely, if you don't know who it is, you probably recognize the name. You know who it is? Oh, he does a majority of Tim Burton's movies, as well as plenty of other movies. Like he's a conductor now, right? Does like orchestra music type stuff and like scores basically. Although he does still do music. Yeah, exactly. So he was the singer of this band, right? And yeah, so you can imagine, picture his style of music, that dark. He's almost like the Tim Burton of music writing, right? So it's why they go hand in hand. So picture his style of music and the way he writes for movies, but in a new wave rock band, right? Right? And that's why I love this band. Because it's literally that dark fucking, just grimy, fucking almost goth to a point, darkness. But then it's also a rock band. And there's new wave on top of that, which is like one of my favorite genres, so. Like, we don't even have all this uncovered yet. That's fucked. Look how big this fossil is. Holy shit. No, I broke it. I didn't want to break any block of it. Don't matter that much though, because we can fix it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. There we go. I'll fix it. Do you know what movie that's from? Random movie quote. Very random movie quote. You probably won't get it. Honey, I blew up the kid. Like the sequel to Honey, I Shrunk the Kid. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the sequel. There was a bunch of those movies. Yeah, they're good. The first one is a very good movie. The second one, which is what I'm quoting, is decent. It wasn't meant to be that movie, but they related it after to that. I don't know if you've seen it. The one where they make like this kid like huge. They make like a toddler massive, like Godzilla sized. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I always remember that because the kid is huge and they're in like Vegas or some shit, right? And he's taking down the Vegas signs and playing with them, and he breaks one of them, and like whatever, someone gets mad at him, and then he says, "I'll fix it" or something like that. Like he's always saying, "I'll fix it" about everything that he breaks. This is so fucking cool. We found like the one I wanted to. I was hoping not to find a skull and find one of these. I'm leaving the coal because that's the bones turned into that, right? Supposedly. That's so cool though. Trying to see if there's like a random bone that like is sticking out weird that we could take for the museum. Could just take one of these end pieces. Like this one here. I'll leave it. We don't really need it in the museum because we can have whatever. Actually, you know what? I'll take this one because this one's just floating freeform. See, that's so fucking cool to me. Trying to light everything up so nothing spawns down here as much. That's so fucking cool. There's a lot of theories as to what these are in the game, like story-wise. Because not most stuff like this isn't explained by the devs. They just kind of want people to come up with their own stories. So yeah. Okay, so what we got to do now is dig up. I'm gonna dig right up here. We need to measure the blocks actually. Okay, so 61 to 49. So we'll say 47 to 64. Can you remember that? 47 to 64? No, 46 to 64. Switch it. And okay. Hopefully this isn't under the ocean part, because that would fucking blow. Of course it is. Of course it's under the ocean part. How much under the ocean part, though? Could we... Okay, we could totally... Okay, so 46 to 64, right? 46 is here. Right here. 64 is here. Okay. So we're basically doing that. And then we need to go... We need to go... Oh, this isn't 64. Ow. Excuse me. Right now, really? Okay, 46, yeah. I'm gonna go 5 in each direction, like that. Right there. I know, it's always when I'm doing something right. Well, it's almost nighttime now anyway, so... I mean, almost daytime now anyway, so it don't really matter. They can go fuck themselves. The illagers are probably gonna show up soon, too, because I'm breaking a lot of blocks. Sorry, what? The flash on the screen went away. Does that sometimes. Here. Okay. I'm basically making a little wall around, and then we're gonna dig whatever's inside this square. That way we can block out the water, too. I just seen another... It's just the way they work. They show up if you're breaking blocks, or if you're building something. So this is gonna be our excavation site, basically. Okay. Oh, that's the actual hole. Okay. Never mind. I don't know why I'm doing that. It is, yeah. Maybe we can put like a track switcher in, like, so it'll come off here. I'm just trying to get rid of all the water. That way we don't have to deal with that while we're digging. Okay, should be good now. It's cool that it's in this like little like river basin type thing. I like that. Even though I'm like ruining it. Okay. Let's dig. Shall we? I've been meaning to do this for a while, and I kept putting it off, and I've been wanting to fight the Wither obviously lately too. But I'm like once again, I said the other night, I feel like I got to be in the right mindset for that. It'll happen. It'll happen soon. I was doing a test in creative to try to like some different methods on killing them with the same materials I have in this, and I think we might have a good option of doing it. Can't wait to get down past the sand part so I don't have to worry about digging the walls too much. Well, I went into creative mode and like got the same tools that I have in my world and just and then turned it to survival mode and then fought them in survival mode. You can spawn anything in creative mode. Oh god, itchy. Yeah, you can get spawn eggs, right? You get these like little eggs and you can spawn whatever thing you want, anything. Even ones that aren't fully in the game, like zombie horses. I was able to beat them, but it was still hard. It's gonna be a thing where I'm gonna be able to do it, but I don't know. It's gonna take a lot of luck, and hopefully we get like the right amount of like of luck that we need to beat them, because there's some fucked up shit that could go wrong, obviously. Like a couple nights ago. Well, I mean, it's stuff other Minecrafter YouTubers and stuff do when they're worried about a world, like especially if they play on hardcore. They'll like test it out in survival first. So, yeah. Bruh. There we go. It is though. Let's put some of that away so that we can collect more of this sand. Oh, I used to play on creative more than I did on survival, and once I discovered that survival wasn't, as hard as I thought it was, then I just... Because I used to be more on the creative side of Minecraft, but there's something about playing on survival, and I'm sure hardcore is probably the same thing, but better, about coming up with an idea and building it in survival and having to go and get all the materials to do it. You feel a lot more accomplished doing it, because not only did you come up with the idea, but you actually worked and like went through a lot to go get the items that you needed to do that build, so like it's got like a different weight to it. I thought there was fucking obsidian there for a second. I was like, excuse me. That being said, I have no problem with testing things out in creative and or using like an online map to find things in my survival world. I know it's technically cheating, but at the same time, like with the way that the world works for Bedrock, I don't want to risk corrupting anything. So that's why I'm willing to do that kind of stuff. Well, it's like I'm still playing that Ghostbuster game off stream too because I'm trying to 100% it. So the only thing I got to do now is get the artifacts. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much done. And then I got to work on a few trophies. I want to get a platinum trophy for it because I don't have that many platinum trophies. For very few games do I have platinum trophies. Minecraft is one of them. That Astro game, Astro's Playroom, I have a platinum trophy in that. And I think Resident Evil 5, maybe? Maybe not, though. Oh, hang on, someone's calling me. I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes. Back. I need to restart the song because it's going to bother me. My intentions. Weird Science is such a good song. Such a good movie. It's up there on my favorite movies. Tubes and pots and pans. And the bits from my hands all make weird science. Neon bolted doors. Weird science. Is it real? It's my creation. My creation. It's my creation. It's my creation. Is it real? It's my creation. It's already looking good. Well, here we go. We're getting there now. We'll just have to do like one layer instead, because otherwise we're gonna fall through. Why don't people understand my intentions? Ooh. Excuse me. Yeah, fuck off. Assholes. Pieces, bits and pieces. Hang on a second. Hang on. Back again. Everybody just kind of like walks down here like it's not my apartment. Gets on my nerves, honestly. I don't care about people coming down into my apartment. It's just like, if you're gonna fucking come into here, like, at least knock first or something, you know, like, text me or something, I don't know. Bruh. Look how many of them there are. There we go. Just gonna put one here, one here, one here. Bruh. They scare the crap out of me every time. Yeah, but this problem, nobody even fucking knocks here. They just fucking come in. It's like, bruh. Mind your business, that's all. Just mind your business. Right? The worst enemy in the game, if there was an enemy I wish that they would remove from the game, is that one. I don't know why anybody ever voted for those. I do know why. Because in theory it sounds cool. This thing that, like, hunts you if you don't sleep. Like, that's pretty cool sounding, but, like, they're not really dangerous. They're just really fucking annoying, you know? That's my thing with them. Okay. Just need to put some more on the floor again. Cool. I think we're good now. Want to go get some of the scaffolding and to make some fences and stuff, and then we can make it look like we have like a crane holding it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be cool, like it's hanging from a crane, like we're lifting it out when we're not. At least that's my idea. I think it's cool. Just gotta remember where the fuck we are. Okay. Get rid of that shit. Just go put all this shit in the smelter. I feel like I should be getting the XP from it, but I'm fucking lazy and I don't want to. Why am I doing this? There's literally a chest right here, Kyle. You fucking moron. This here. Fuck. Didn't mean to do that. No, 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 no. Well, I do some stupid shit sometimes, okay? I'm allowed to call myself an idiot. Okay. The rest of this will go and put away. Dude, I do it so much at work. I'm the worst person for like when I need to stock something up at work and I go to the cooler to get it. And as soon as I walk through the cooler door, it's like, snap, someone erased my fucking memory and I forget entirely what I went there for. You know? Like, see, someone's coming downstairs again. It's like, bro, just fuck off. Leave me alone. So annoying. Just trying to think of things we can use as like something that will look cool, you know? Doesn't necessarily need to be exactly, but just something to make it look more like there's like a construction scene or something, you know? What? I'm in the middle of something. Okay. I don't know where he is. Bruh. Hmm. I don't want to use sea lanterns because they don't really fit the aesthetic. Right? Every fucking night, it's the same thing. It's just like, have you seen him? I'm just like, no, I haven't seen him. If I'd seen him, then I would have put him upstairs. I'm not your cat tracker. It's not my new TV show. Kyle Woodland is cat tracker. Like, bruh. Maybe we can use these steps for something finally. I've had these forever. So fun. It's so annoying though. It's just like so annoying. I'm just like chilling out, relaxing by myself, and then like people come down every 5 seconds looking for things, and I'm like, guys, like doing something. Even if it wasn't this, you know what I mean? Anything. If I'm just fucking chilling, like leave me alone. It's like, bro. Yeah. What else do I want? There was something else I was thinking of, and I don't remember what. Chains. Gonna need a lot, hey. We'll take 18 blocks. It's a lot. Throw that out for a second. These need to be nuggets for this, right? I'm fairly sure. Oh, lanterns would be good too, actually. Okay, we're gonna put some of this in here, just so we have a little bit of space. Okay. I don't even fucking see chains. Oh, they're there. We're gonna need a lot more than 30. I think. It seems like such a waste, but like we have so much stuff, it's not even. Should be enough. We'll do that much and put the rest back. Plus, we got more iron cooking in the furnaces anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I think that's all we need. Okay. Actually, there is one other thing. Any kind of like actual stone. Not cobblestone, just stone. There we go. Okay. Think we're good. Think we're good. Okay. It's almost nighttime again, so I'm gonna go to bed this time because I'm not dealing with those fuckers again. Thank you, scaffolding. I think it's in my in chest though. I could be wrong. I feel like it's in here. No. Maybe not. Is it in here? Yes. Take it out anyway while we're here, hey? Okay. And on that note, let's open an Orange Crush. This is fun, though. This is a nice little, different type of build, you know? I do wish that there was one very close to my pyramid, though. That would have been ideal. That would have been very cool, but it isn't too far, and it is along the way, so you will see it when you're traveling to the end portal. I think. Assuming. It'll be even more visible once we build, like, a crane and stuff. Yeah, it's right here, see? It's, like, in such a weird spot, too, hey? When you think about it. Okay, this is what I want to use the stone bricks for here. Bruh. Like, that's already cool to me that, like, it looks like that, you know? I guess we put it, like, say here. I don't really know how to go about building what I'm trying to build, so I'm just gonna do this first, and then we'll figure it out after that. I don't mean like an actual like crane, like a construction crane, but like um more like a platform with like something reaching down, you know? Just like this. I guess like that. Yeah. And then say like this will be like the crane part, right? Maybe this height. It doesn't need to be too tall. Oh, I got it in my fucking in chest. I'm so dumb. Pick that up? Yeah, okay. The kind of idea for this. I don't know if it's gonna work. We'll see. Is that over? It's right here, right? This should be straight down, right? I'm pretty sure. I can't tell. Like, bro. I need this. Okay, now. That'll look kind of cool, right? Yeah, what do you think of that? Not bad? But it's like kind of like a conveyor belt type of thing, you know what I mean? So this is the center block right here. So it should be right there. Not the last one, but the one before it. This is more just for looks, you know? Should just probably place this here and then we can grab and take what we need. Right? How do you spell excavation? Oh, there we go. Okay. I think I could probably make this a little bit better, maybe with some of these. Like if I did this, you know, like that. Like, does that look better? A little bit, yeah. There we go. It's a little bit nicer. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do now is build the chains, and this is gonna be weird. So this should be right. This is gonna hurt. Ow. Okay, I don't want this to be. We're gonna build like maybe not the same kind of crane, but I'm thinking like we're gonna have to build up somehow because like we want Like, obviously, you're not going to lift it out like that, right? It had to be something different. Well, if this TV just loses its brightness over time. Yeah, so put these here instead because these are a little bit more aesthetically sound. There we go, just like that. Maybe I should just build the chains up and then we'll work on building the thing after. Like, I can't do it all coming from the one crane because it wouldn't make sense, you know what I mean? Ideas? Gonna have to move this though. Now, what does this look like? See, this is what I don't like about chains, is they don't connect the same way. You know? I could do this. Maybe that's too high, though. Yeah, but, like, I don't know if the two cranes would be good. Like, I'm gonna try and do this, see here if this works. Almost like a cage thing that grabs it, you know? We'll get rid of this. We'll just do this completely out of iron bars because it'll work. You know, like this. Like, it's got, like, a grasp on all three edges of it, you know? I guess not too bad. Okay, now most of this stuff is just going to be aesthetic stuff, including this. I think it looks pretty good. I'm just wasting these. We can get more anyways because we have like a bamboo farm now anyway. There we go. That looks cool, right? I don't need the one in the middle. Maybe what I should do is I put these ladders there too. I don't know if this is gonna be enough though. I feel like it's more than 5 blocks up. Although no, it might actually be. That looks cool. I like that. I like it. 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 Cause this is just like a switch basically to look like something to turn on, but excuse me, creeper. Now I gotta fix that. No big deal. Right? Like mind your business, right? Fucking creepers, I'm telling you. These do absolutely nothing except look nice. Looks cool though. See, you could do cool builds out of just random stuff. Like, it's so nice. Like, I'm actually happy with that. It's supposed to be just like someone set up a base camp here, you know? Thank you. I try. Now, I had those steps for a reason, and I don't remember why. I think it's because I was originally going to make this out of wood, but then I decided to do stone instead because it looked nicer. So I think we'll just save these. I'm happy. I think that's good. Like, we can go down there if we want, right? We got a cute crane. It's got some lights on it, so it'll light up a little bit, you know. Maybe there's some more stuff that we could do with this, though. Hmm. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. I forget that depending on which way you face them, changes it. Bruh, I literally just clicked that. Might look a little bit nicer. Yeah, it looks a lot better. You think I should put the fence going the whole way? Or is that good like that? I just thought of something that would be really fucking cool. I might have to go back and get it. Yeah, I'm going back and getting it. Fuck it, I'm doing it. Because that is such a good idea. I just had a fucking sick idea. How's it look from the sky? It's right next to this village, too. It's kind of cool. Maybe it was like the villagers did this at one time or something. I was thinking about doing something with that abandoned village, but I'm not sure what. I just thought of something that would look really cool. So we're gonna do that. It's literally the simplest thing ever, but people always use it in like these types of like construction looking builds. I'm gonna do something with these two. Okay. Let's put these away. This way. Okay. Oh, excuse me. What was I doing? I don't even know how to fucking make that. Does it have to be sewn? I hope not, because I used it all. Do I seriously? Oh, okay, I do. I'm gonna take 2 just in case. If I can. I don't know if you see what I'm doing here. This is something that people do a lot for builds like this, and I think it would look good. I don't think there's anything else I want to take. Maybe these. Just to get them out of my inventory and I can use them. We'll take this because we gotta go to the museum after. We don't have any pink dye though. Do we have any pink flowers? We don't. I have some in the garden though, so we could get some from there. Do I have bone meal? I don't. I have oh yes I do. I'm a dum-dum, it's right here. Bruh. There we go. Let's get over there before nightfall. Time is flying though. It's a lot later than I thought it was. I figured this only took like half an hour or so. But I've been at this for a while. But then again, I guess we had to do the dig, and then we had to mine it out, and then we had to aesthetically make it look nice. Fuck, I should have probably taken some... an idea. We need to land on top of it. Yeah, perfect. Because they look like pulleys, you know what I mean, when you do it like that? Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Maybe. I have an idea, though. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Oh, he dropped trident, too. I don't want your flesh. Get out of here with your flesh. I think that looks good. What do you think? Looks better than it did. I'm kind of waiting for nighttime a little bit just to... Let's go over here. Like that looks really cool. I'm waiting for fully dark here. I think it's good. I think we're done. It's even cooler when you go like looking down at it. The pulleys really add to it. Is there a ravine like right here? Like I could have easily found this if I had gone into this ravine. Interesting. Okay, well that's that build. That's something else. And it's right next to this little village too, which is really cute. Try to go up really high and look. Cool. Okay. So that build's done. In my sleep, it's a dead man's party. No can ask for more. Everybody's rolling. Body at the door. Leave your body and soul at the door. Don't run away, it's only me. Don't be afraid of what you can't see. Don't run away. Does this give me pink? It does, okay. Give me all that pink dye. Right? It's the best thing about these islands. See, they're not just this for aesthetic. They actually are good for farming dyes and stuff because of the flowers. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I think we go to the Blaze Farm. I'm gonna have a celebration gapple for a successful fun stream. You thought you lost me? Don't lose me. I don't like being lost. We're gonna go to the Blaze Farm to heal our items. And we'll end the stream after that, I guess. Although maybe not. What time is it your time now? Because I don't have to get up early. I'm off tomorrow. Thankfully. Man, it's so early. Let's go. Let's go! Anyways, as I was saying, Celebration Gapple. Man, I'm almost a Gapple gang on Philza stream. I've been watching Philza for a long while, but I wasn't subscribed for a really long time. So I'm almost a Gapple gang now. So close. Lame. No, you're not. You're not lame. Don't be silly. I already got some XP. The fuck? Alright, I have a face now. I keep forgetting that this is like my actual character skin and that like it has eyes and shit. Kind of cross-eyed, right? Oh, good stretch. Me or the fucking thing? I can be pretty creepy though. You think I'm creepy, you should see me at shows. I get really creepy at shows. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Healer Electra too. Oh, remember how my Sega Genesis controller broke last night? The newer one. I was mostly rotted because the controller cords on those newer ones are like 3 times as long, so I could like go all the way across the room with that and it would still work. So I rewired the wire onto another controller. The controller's still broken, but I used a longer cord on a different controller so that I'd still have a long cord. So I essentially modded an older controller. Because I have a few. So that's cool. The only difference is I don't have a blue controller now. That sucks. I do still have my, wireless one, though, which I really like. If you've ever seen these are great. Like, these are actually a great purchase. They're Bluetooth, right? But they work with the original consoles. So cool. See? Just like a regular 6-button controller. But, like, they got Bluetooth. The only thing I'm worried about is that this is the same company, so I'm afraid that it's gonna break. And I paid a lot of money for that one, because it came with, like a special case and everything. It comes with a dongle for a Sega Genesis, so you can use it Bluetooth on that, and a USB dongle, so you could use it on a computer or game machine. Like, I could use it on this if I wanted to. Wonder if I could play Minecraft with a Sega Genesis controller. Maybe that's a video idea. Playing Minecraft with a Sega Genesis controller. I'm actually going to use my sword for now, for a second, because I got looting and it'll give me more blaze rods. I need more blaze rods too. See? Ugh. But I'm always taking pictures of my video games on my Instagram, so I decided I should just do like a console thing, because I have a lot of consoles. I tried to count them the other day, it's a lot. Like, if I count my Sega Genesis CD32X as one console, technically it's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I have about 40 consoles. It's a lot. All different, I mean. Not the same console. No doubles. They're all different. About 40 different game consoles. They're not all hooked up because I used to have room, and now I do not have room to have them all hooked up. There's probably about 25 or 30 of them. That includes handhelds. I know, I'm nuts. I'm actually fucking insane. I'm not counting any of the mini retro ones either. That'll add up more. It'll probably be 50 then. I'm insane. One console that's super underrated that I love that I have is a Wonder Swan. Have you ever heard of a Wonder Swan? It looks like this. Mine's pink and see-through. It's made by Bandai. Mine's black and white. You can get a color one. I'd like to get a color one later on. It's made by the same creator that designed the Game Boy. But, hard to explain. Have you ever played, like, space shooter games, right? Like Space Invaders or, like, Galaga or something? Or Gradius? I don't know. All these other shooter games. Shoot-'em-up games. Their arcade machines are always on, like, a vertical TV. So, like, it's taller than it is wide, usually, so you can see farther ahead when you're shooting up, right? So the whole idea of this console was that when you're playing it normally, you have, like, your D-pad here and your 2 buttons, like you normally have on, like, a Game Boy, right? But if you're playing a vertical shooter game, you could hold it like that, and the game would show you on a vertical side of the screen, so you could be holding it like this, right? Or like this. The Atari Lynx did the same thing, but Wonder Swans are so cool. I have a few games for. I have like a Digimon game and another one, and this is the only box one I have, which is a Gundam game. Which is only like they're only small, right? I'll show you what I mean though. See, they come on these like little card stocks, and they all come with little cases. And the games look like kind of like Game Boy games, but they're a bit bigger, like this. Right? And like a Game Boy, it just goes in the back, right? The cool thing about the Wonder Swan, the best part about it, it only takes one AA battery. Which I always thought was like the fucking sickest thing ever, because Game Boys fucking suck for how many batteries they take. They're really nice consoles. I'm not sure if they're Japan only. I feel like they might be Europe too, but I don't think they came out in North America. Mine's Japanese. It's extremely small, extremely light. I love them. It's a cool console. I'm trying to think of something. There was something I wanted to show you, and I forgot what it was. But I just remembered. Because I don't think that I don't even think I have this on my Instagram at all. So if you've ever played GameCube before, I don't know if you have. Probably have. I got this limited edition one. Right? Regular GameCube, right? But it's, instead of the logo on the top, it's Pokemon. I love limited edition consoles. They're like the coolest things ever. What? It's not really much different than an Xbox or a PS2. Really. I'm just trying to think of like obscure consoles that I own, because I own so many random ones that people haven't barely heard of. Even the ones that are only semi-rare, like a lot of people haven't heard of. Should probably heal my shovel too, hey. Ooh, excuse me. There's something else and I don't even remember. I don't know, I just find the obscure consoles more interesting to me, because it's like so many games that I haven't played that have been out for years, let alone games that come out nowadays, you know what I mean? I'm just as interested in ones that came out 20 years ago I never played. Because there's so many. It's like, you'll never run out, really. I'll be dead before I run out. I'm surprised I don't have an Atari Lynx, actually. It's another handheld that came out around the same time as Game Gear. Right? Facts. I love having boxes for game machines, too. Like, either that or controllers and shit like that. Like, I have, like, as an example. Oh. Stuff like this. Like, this is a, you know, like 3DO, I was playing with, like, Gex and stuff that time. The stream kept crashing. But, like, yeah, it's like a box for the controllers back in the day, see? Dreamcast controller box. Right. And a Japanese Sega Saturn controller box. Their Sega Saturn logo, like, on the top of the box there, I always thought looked way cooler than the one that we had in America. They changed the logo. It was not as cool. Yeah. Talking points while getting XP, that's what they should become. But like Sega Saturn was so weird because in Japan they had like they had like the best controller I've ever used, period, ever. My favorite controller, hands down, is the Sega Saturn Japanese controller. And what we got here and in the States was fucked. It's like not a good controller at all, in my opinion. So like, I gave you a 6-button Sega Genesis controller, right? Like my wireless one. Not wireless, but I gave you a 6-button one, a black one. So you know what that controller is like. Like, it's extremely comfortable, right? I think we're good now. Yeah, so like, picture that controller, right? But more comfortable. Like, instead of like, you know how it sounds almost like a banana shape? It's like just very, well, like, they perfected it with the Sega Saturn controller, in my opinion. The Japan version, I mean. It's pretty much the same. It feels almost the same. It just feels a lot better in your hands. And this is a Japanese one here. See what I mean? Like, it's the same kind of shape. It's got the same D-pad, the same button shapes. It's got 2 shoulder buttons. And they both, like, make really clicky sounds, right? And they're really great controllers. But, in Canada and the US, we got this monstrosity of a fucking controller. Which looks really similar, but I don't know if you can see the D-pad on it, the directional pad. So weird dealing with this. But it's like, you know how it's usually just like a square? It's got like these little round indentations in it that are like really weird looking. And it's really uncomfortable to use. I hate it. It's like the worst control. I hate it so much. It's so friggin' horrible. The only thing I really like is these buttons because they're really concave, so your fingers kind of rest in them. But other than that, it's trash. Like, I don't know why they did that. Like, if you were going to release the console in two different regions, why would you change the way the controllers are? They're exactly the same. You can use them with any console, but it's just like, it's like the difference in style is like insane. I guess they thought that it looked more American, but like, why? Right? Same console, just two different regions got two completely different controllers for no apparent reason. Yeah, like the gray one. Yeah. Well, there's variations. There's just a plain gray one, like a dark gray color one, which I also have. There's a see-through one, and there's that one. So like, this is the gray version of it. And then there's what's called the skeleton, or this is cool controller, which is a see-through one. But yeah, if you're ever wondering what my favorite controller of all time is, that's my favorite controller of all time. In terms of that, when it comes to like joysticks and stuff, you can't count that against that because it's completely different. Because like obviously it's my favorite controller, but it would not work with what I'm doing right now properly because this is based around analog controls and that's not. Honestly, my favorite dual analog controller so far in my life, honestly, even though I've had problems with it, is probably this controller. It's so fucking comfortable. And it doesn't feel cheap. There you go. Fine, I'll stop talking then. I really like arcade sticks too for retro game machines. I have a good few. I have 3 of them. I have a Neo Geo one, a 2 Sega Genesis one, a 6-button one, and a 3-button one. I also love weird controllers. Like, I got this one that's got like a ball on the top. That's supposed to be for like space flying games, and it's really shitty. It's a horrible fucking controller. I also have this racing one that's really weird. And this flight simulator one where you twist the controller. I like how this stream is just becoming showing random fucking game machine things. Because I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a nerd! Oh, my playlist has rotated fully. Hang on, I gotta put these controllers back over there. I have them all hanging up. You know that. Trying to think what ones are weird. Because I actually, like, people come over here and they see all the controllers I have on the wall, and then they're like, I don't. I used to, and I don't anymore. Okay, so this is the one I'm talking about. I forget what it's called. It says on it, but I can't see it because it's too dark in here. I think it's just called, like, a 360 sphere controller. It came out for computer, too, but I have a PlayStation one. And this is a monstrosity of a controller. It's a terrible idea for a controller. This is an officially released PlayStation controller. You can see the PlayStation logo on top. And it has this fucking giant ball. Rubber ball. Yeah. Essentially, there's a game called Descent, I think, and there's a few other games that it works with kind of well. It works really well with that game, and other games it doesn't. I'm trying to explain. Picture Picture like a video game where you're in like a spaceship, right? And you're floating in space. And like you need to turn this way or up or down, right? All 360 directions. So basically you're playing with these buttons for firing. And then you use this to change your orientation. It's really unnecessary. But it is kind of cool to fuck with and like try. Next weird controller. The Performance Mega Racer controller. I found most of these at thrift stores. Which is this controller. Also a PlayStation. Also a monstrosity. This one's actually not that bad though. So basically this one has a rubber wheel right here. But it snaps back like a steering wheel. You know how like steering wheels have like they snap back to a certain degree? It has that same feeling almost. So like when you're playing it, you can like put your it's so hard to get in frame. Put your thumb there like that, right? So it's kind of cool. This one is by far I want to say the weirdest one, but this one actually works. I'm not going to shit on it. It works really fucking well. This is good for racing games plus flight sim games. Yeah, usually they're modeled around specific games. This one is good for almost any racing game, so like it's good for like Gran Turismo and stuff like that. This one has like it works with any game really, but it only has like 2 or 3 games that it's really good with that it was meant for. This one's the same kind of thing. It's meant for like say 5 games. This one you're also gonna find weird. This one's made by Namco, so the company that made like Pac-Man and stuff. And it was meant for Ridge Racer, if you know what that game is. I know. So these buttons here are like you can't see it, but they're really, really like high and they go in really far, but they're pressure sensitive. So like if you were racing in certain games, the harder you press them, the more gas it would give and stuff like that, which makes sense, I guess. But that became a commonplace thing in controllers anyways, because PlayStation controllers nowadays have pressure sensitivity, right? Um, Same thing with the trigger buttons on it. They're really, really high up. Why is the weird thing in the middle? Okay, so this is hard to explain, but imagine this now, okay? You're playing a racing game. You need to turn to the left or right, right? You still with me? You're gonna be lost in a second. And it's actually really good. It's hard to explain and it might look weird, but when you're actually using it, it makes a lot of sense. Like it's really intuitive to me. So you need to turn to the left, right? It's gonna weird you out so much. Watch this. Right, left, right, left. It twists, but it's spring loaded, right? So it snaps back in your hand. It feels really comfortable when you're using it. Yeah. So that's probably like my second weirdest one. The ball one is definitely will always be the weirdest controller ever. And I got it at an auto parts shop, which is the strangest place to find that. I'll put these back. Look how this just turned into show and tell. Kyle, what did you bring to show to class today? Oh my. It's very hard putting these up. Trying to think if I have any other weird ones. I don't really. I have limited edition ones. Like I have like a Sonic controller. I have a PlayStation 4 controller that's the 20th anniversary of PlayStation, so it's colored like an original PlayStation with the gray. I know. Just because I collect this shit. I got this much shit. You know how much shit I got. You know it. This will always be one of my favorite ones that I own, though, this controller here. The Neo Geo one. It's just so good. Like, the buttons are nice. And the joystick's got the... I also have two Sega Genesis ones that are really cool. They don't have clicky buttons, though. I'm trying to think if there's anything else weird before I end stream. Actually, I have some here under this, too. They're mostly just regular PlayStation. Like, I think I showed you this one before. It's a Dreamcast fishing rod controller. It's actually really good. It's motion sensitive, too, so you can, like, cast and whatnot. Because there's a lot of... I know it sounds weird, but there's a lot of really good, intense fishing games. Oh, yeah, and a controller that everybody forgets about. Everybody remembers the Nintendo gun, but nobody remembers the fucking Sega Light Phaser. So much nicer looking, in my opinion. It's just so cool. So sleek. I got that sick logo on it. Light guns are so cool. And of course, for Sega Genesis, mine's broken, the top's broken, but it still works. The Sega Menacer. Which was a really cool controller for its time, because it had like a scope and stuff. But you could also, like, if you didn't want to use the whole thing and you wanted to use it like an old school one, you could literally take the rest off and just have it like that. See? It only works with a few games, but it actually works quite well. I think Nintendo had one called the Super Scope, which I used to have. You could play Terminator 2, like the arcade game. It came with a game called Menacer, I'm pretty sure. Had like 6 games. I have it over there. And there's a few other games it works with on Sega CD too. You know that zombie one that we're playing, that really shitty corpse killer one? It works with that. Not very well, be it, because that game fucking sucks. Not the controller's fault. The game just sucks too much for it to be like anything literally decent. I have so many weird peripherals and stuff. I'm just like, it's funny. And you've seen one of these before in the other one. Yeah. And there's this here for the Dreamcast. It's a microphone for your Dreamcast. So you could play, and let me say this correctly and pronounce this. So not to say it weird. Seaman. So you could play Seaman. And you could talk to your Seaman. Not to be confused with a similar word. I should stream that game sometime. It's got Leonard Nimoy in it as the voice and everything. It's basically a virtual pet. But you can talk to him and he'll ask you questions about your life, like, who's your girlfriend? Who's your mother? What does your mother do for a living? He'll ask you all kinds of fucking questions. And he evolves into different things, like from a fish to like a frog to like a whatever. Yeah. It's really cool. It's a really good game. And then, of course, I can't forget this one. The Sega 3D glasses for the Master System. Because no keyboard or anything. Yeah, he hears you, yeah. There's certain commands you have to say before you talk, but he hears you, yeah. If you don't feed him, if you do one thing wrong, you come back next day, he's dead. It's like, I regret to inform you that your seaman has died. And that's my best Leonard Nimoy impression I could possibly do. I'm sorry. I butchered that. So cool. Mine are really shitty, though. I bought mine 4 parts because they weren't sure if it was working. These goggles. So, like, they're missing one of the earpieces on one side, and the other side I had to, like, literally tape it together to hold it together. It's really hard to find them, like, in working condition, cheap. But they work, so I can't complain, can I? Let me see if I have that game here somewhere. I'll show you the actual case. Nobody ever believes me about this fucking game. It's like a cult classic game nowadays. See? Kind of like, if you remember Hey You Pikachu for Nintendo 64, it's kind of that same concept, except it works a lot fucking better. Sega should make a sequel to it. They really should. Monsters are nearby. Where? I do not see a monster. Am I gonna have to go kill a monster just so I can go to bed? Yeah, you've probably only seen like 5% of my shit. No joke, though. I don't even see this zombie that the game is complaining about. Oh, he's right here. I'm sure there's stuff that you haven't seen. Still. Like, I have so much random... There's stuff in drawers here that, like, I barely look at that is still there, you know? Like, I have 2 drawers in front of me under my TV stand here, and 2 more here. 2 of them are for controllers. The other 2 are for, like, power adapters, and 1 is for, like, just video cables and stuff like that. Right? You're gonna be sick of me. Right? Why does the brightness go down on this so much? Not possible. I'll try my hardest. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for watching. We got a lot done. And we got everything repaired. So we're all set to go for the next stream. Maybe the Wither. Probably not. I'm going to stream tomorrow, but I think it's going to be... I think I'm going to stream retro games tomorrow. Maybe we'll set to do the Wither for, like, Friday night, maybe. Depending on how I feel. Peace. Peace, peace.